Right, everybody, welcome along to the Legit Crypto Lounge, the place that brings real projects with real people. Thanks a lot for joining us for today's AMA with two people. Well, actually, there's a team here with us today, but two of the people are part of our community already, Cam and Michael. In terms of the structure for the next hour, we'll find out about the team's background, go into detail about their concept, run through the tokenomics, and then look through the pre-launch and launch details itself. So obviously a few of us already know you guys already, but I don't actually know anything about your background or experience. So it'd be great to understand more about your team and background and experience in crypto, if you want to kick off from there.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. So thank you for having us on the Legit Crypto Lounge. We are really happy to be here and to present you the JTD. I'm Kamikaze. I've been involved in crypto for 5 or 6 years, mostly as an investor, but also inside core teams of many projects, helping them out with marketing, general advisement on the next steps. Then we have Michael and Rolly. I let them introduce.
Okay, I can go next. Hi guys. You might know me from other projects as well. Been hosted by Mark and Topster before. Yeah, so back to my experience. I mainly focus on networking, social media, and running the community pretty much. So, I'm the guy that you're gonna have. I'll be the guy that you will deal with mostly at JTD. Yeah, I think. Okay, let's say I have. I'm in BSC for around 2 years right now. Been on the core teams of the couple of projects. Only long term, still part of it as an advisor, as a community lead, and all that. So I'll pass it to Rolly now. Thank you.
Hey guys, Rolly here. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes, we can, yeah.
Okay, great. So I started actually investing into the stock market in 2019. I ventured over because this little meme coin, well, not say little, big meme coin, Dogecoin just pulled me in 2016, fell in love with it. So I decided to actually venture over into crypto 100% 2 years ago. Invested, everybody knows the market goes up and down. But then I started thinking, let's get into like the backside of the crypto space, making all kinds of connections. And then all of a sudden I end up on several projects as a advisor. And that's what actually led me to meet up with Kami. Kami introduced me to everybody else.
Nice. And do we have anybody else with us?
We have our graphic designer, but I think X wants to stay in shadow, so.
Okay, fair enough. That's fine. And do you want to briefly go through what each of your roles are within this project?
Yeah, so basically, yeah, you can start, Rolly.
So I'm basically the CFO, but what I do in general is support the whole staff, all the way from what the developers need, negotiating with, in other projects and partnerships, all the way to AMAs with Michael. So that's pretty much what I do for JTD.
Okay.
Sorry, can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, I can now, yeah.
Sorry, my TG is playing a little bit. Okay, so my role, as I said, I deal with the all the social media, our community, networking. I try to connect all of us together and create that beautiful ecosystem. Make the dream come true.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, pass to Kami.
Yeah, I'm the project owner or the project lead. Been working on this for several months now, and then was happy enough to have all the team, joining me on this beautiful venture that we are going to have. And yeah, everybody's excited.
Nice. Nice.
Sorry,
Go
guys.
on, sorry.
If I can add something, actually, I'm the co-owner also of the project. Just I don't feel like this because Kami is big brains and he comes with all those big ideas, and I keep forgetting about that. But yeah, I'm with Kami from from the birth of JTD, pretty much.
Nice. Yeah, it's probably good to remember that you part own it as well. And I understand that you've got a couple of devs, contract devs working for you as well. Is that right?
Yep, we have actually two. Adi is with us for a couple of months now, working on our contracts. He completed two already. Another two are in works. Lately, second dev, his guru Tamas joined us, and he's like the big brains of the dev side, technical side of a lot of projects as well. So he's assisting Adi on building our another two contracts we will implement into JTD.
Okay, cool. So the contracts that you're creating, they're not forks then, that you're creating them from scratch. Is that right?
Yep, that's correct. They are custom made. Our main contract has bits that we took from the other contract, just like they had a good idea, but they didn't execute it how we want to execute it, and Adi managed to customize it to our needs.
Okay, nice. Right. Okay, perfect. Right, let's get into your project itself then. In fact, let me load up share the screen so we can have a look at the website as well. So obviously we've had a chat about your project before this AMA. Love love the branding that you've put together here and the name Jeets to Diamonds. It's very fitting with the state of BSC space at the moment. So do you want to take us through, I guess I've already alluded to it already, but do you want to take us through your inspiration for the concept?
So basically, we all have been diamond hands in many projects, right? Long-term speaking, there are good projects in the BSC, and those projects either died because of cheats, chasing green candles and just jumping pre-sale after pre-sale after pre-sale, and not investing long-term, just chasing the next 1,000 X that never comes, just to maybe one or two lucky people, right? So we wanted to create, a safe space for diamond hands, right, and punish the Jeets. I mean, that's the idea behind it, and to give the team enough time to, to bring out those utilities.
Yeah. So actually, the main idea is to by our tokenomics to give us time for the full development of the project, because so many project dies on launch or like shortly after the hype dies. Actually, what we offer to our investors is you will be just rewarded for holding. Even if you're the last one to hold, you will make good piece of money. So yeah, that was the idea behind the Jeet tax.
So yeah, do you want to talk us through this concept then, the Jeet tax?
Yep.
Yeah, sure. So basically, the G tax is one of our main utilities. In the first phase, it's It's like the biggest part of our utilities. So we have a standard buy tax of 5, and then we have the Jeet tax, right? The Jeet tax will be starting at 45% at launch, and after 100 buys, that Jeet tax it's going to be decreasing for 1% on each cell until it hits our standard cell tax, which is 12%. Once last cell is made, the Jeet tax starts over at the initial 45 and restarts the buy counter. You know, we call this let the Jeets out party. So finally, those 45 taxes will be also permanently decreasing for 1% every 5 days until the Jeet tax dies out.
So let me just confirm this. So there's the buy tax is 5%, the sell tax is 12%, but there's an additional 33% Jeet tax on launch day, and then from launch day, every 5 days, 1% is reduced from this overall 45% tax.
Exactly.
So if somebody comes in at day 5, they will. If somebody, it doesn't reset for the moment that you buy, does it? It's just from launch date.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. If you buy into private or pre-sale, or if you buy at launch, the G tax starts decreasing on launch, and even if you buy 2 weeks after, right, then the G tax will be 43. So if you sell, your tax will be 43 if you G it out, basically. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
And one thing that needs to be mentioned, and I mean that's like the coolest thing on this project, is that the G tax goes back to the diamond hands. You have many projects setting up those high taxes on launch, and everything goes just to marketing wallet, and most of them don't use it, to do further marketing, right? If too many people G out, but we set it up this way that we are going to reward the diamond hands with the G tax.
So yeah, do you want to go into a bit more about that? So these are coming back as like reflections towards holders.
Yeah, I can take this over now about that if you want, Kemi.
If you like, yeah.
Yep. So yeah, the G tax, how we work this out. The big thing we wanted to avoid is the chart sales. So you see so many reward projects, like giving really decent rewards, but the chart sales. So how it works? They accumulate the tokens, their native tokens. Then they have to make a sale on the chart, and then those tokens are turned into the rewards and distributed between the holders. So what we done with our contract, and why this is something new, is you won't see those sale charts. Contract sales. Sorry. The rewards will be automatically distributed to the holder's wallet as BUSD. So what you do, you just watch your wallet and see those rewards popping in, pretty much.
Nice. And so they're automatic, and how often are they distributed?
So basically, we need to add one major thing, which is also helping the whole ecosystem in the long run, is that the BUSD rewards for holders are just for people that hold 500,000 tokens or more, right?
Yeah, okay. And what is 500,000 tokens worth based on launch price?
It's going to be $275 on launch. The same price is on the pre-sale, and the private gets a discount.
Yep.
Over the pre-sale. So basically, why we set it up this way is that to give, to pre-salers an advantage, for their trust into the project, right? And also for the people that are going to buy smaller amounts at launch, we have a staking pool provided where they can stake the GTD token and harvest BUSD, right? And top up those tokens because they want to join the Diamond Club where the big rewards are, right? So it's going to help a lot, of eating the dip in the long run.
Yeah, definitely. So you're looking after the big boys as well as those smaller players that are gonna be the ones that are shilling your project and stuff. It works both ways. It feels like it's you're trying to create the ultimate holders token, aren't you? Basically,
Yeah, we
and give
we
you
want to create a massive community, like happy community. First of all, we don't want to fill up the marketing wallet, and like majority of the tokens, that the holders doesn't even know what's happening with the marketing wallet. End of the day, but by holding JTD, you're being rewarded every second, and especially people can get hype on sales if you think about it. We will have a special bot working on a TG that's going to show sales and buys. And the sale bot will show you how much was distributed to the rewards.
nice.
So, yeah, so it's like we try to make it both way good, really, and in the same time reward every single holder that holds our token. And the other thing is, in no way there will be any sales of our native token. All the rewards will be in BUSD. So we will avoid those. There's a lot of projects with crazy aping pools, staking pools. So aping, so too much about apes lately going on. Yeah, with this, crazy APR on the staking pools. But what happens then, and I could provide, few projects that done it, and this was a huge mistake. You just have a huge sell-off from the whales. So whales are getting rewarded that native token, and they are selling on a chart, and that creates downtrend, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and also just to throw a thought out there, right? The Diamond Club, so the 500K plus holders, I mean those pre-salers and private salers, right? They are going to be into the big boys club, right? Once we do those access on the launch, it's becoming expensive and expensive to join the Diamond Club. So people gonna chasing buying the dip because they want to hold 500K tokens. And that can be, like pretty expensive in the long run, right? So if you're holding, you get a big portion of your rewards. And if we are going to bring volume on this, right, you can get your initial investment out just by holding really quick.
Yeah. Looking at this light paper, this end statement, the team and influencer tokens are locked in the second pool. How does that work?
Yeah, basically to prevent the team tokens to be unlocked, right? Because they make 10% of the total supply, right? And to be still able to get BUSD rewards, that's like the wage for the whole team, because we don't have any tokens unlocked, right? We need to lock them into a pool, basically. Yes.
So in a few words, it means that all of the team and marketers tokens are vested, and they are all in a staking pool, and that was the only way to on a technical side to do it. So we are able to get those BUSD rewards as everyone else, which will be our payday end of the at the end. So we don't none of the team or marketers have to dump their tokens to get some extra money. Literally,
And also,
a
the
major
more
goal
the
for
team.
us. Sorry, Kami. I just wanted to mention something, brother. Like a major goal for us is to actually have transparency. So the way our contract is set up, you'll never see a contract sale. You know, taxes are taking out after the transaction, not prior to the transaction. So you won't see any contract sales. You won't see any team tokens being sold because they'll all be locked. And that was like the focal point for us with our specific contracts we have that are unique to our developer. Go ahead, come.
Yeah, you covered that one good, man. You covered that one good. So basically, a lot of those rewards token, they need to sell their native token, right, to distribute the rewards. But what's going to happen on our contract is that, after each sell, right, the rewards will be automatically distributed, and it won't hurt the chart, right? Because you have those tokens, filling up, I don't know, for example, the marketing wallet, and then they need to dump zero point 0.5 of the supply on a pumping chart, right? Destroy the momentum. We won't have that, you know? We won't have any contract dumps on our chart.
One less thing for everybody to worry about.
And that's obviously amazing and something that I know another token tried to do but had real difficulty at launch and had to relaunch a couple of times. So what checks have you put in place at the moment to test the contract? Have you put anything through mainnet at the minute?
So for starters, our devs are heavily testing on a testnet the contract. The other thing, we will shortly apply for the CertiK audit. So there's another, big deal for us, and a lot of eyes will come from there and give just security for the investors. That there's not a lot of us can read the contract and go through all the check all the hidden stuff and things. And there we go. We have CertiK auditing us like the top dogs at the moment, which again, security. That's what we want to. Yeah.
With the CertiK audit, is that going to be post launch? Like, are you going to have an audit done, before launch, and then look to implement the CertiK audit? Because I presume you're not going to be able to get the CertiK audit done before launch.
Yeah, that's something up to CertiK, to be honest. We can't push them to work faster. Yeah, it's as simple as that. That they are slow. We all know that, but they deliver good. So they will be auditing us. We will be posted on their website as ongoing work. Or I'm not sure really how they.
It's called the pre-audit.
There you go.
Pre-audit, and then once we launch, we can apply for the Skynet, right? Which is like constantly tracking the contract.
Yeah, and this is security for all of us, for investors and the team, because nowadays there's so much sketchy stuff going on everywhere, and we just want to secure everyone so you can sleep on your bag. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, good stuff. Just while we're on this point about the contracts and stuff, it was one of our community members that brought this up. I know you're aware of this already, Michael, I think, aren't you? Because I don't know if you've been a DM directly, but it'd be good for everybody here to be able to hear. So I'll just read it out. A previous token that had a variable sell tax that was similar to the one that you're implementing, and that caused an issue due to different timeframes being applied to the private sale buys, pre-sale and launch buys. So for JTD, are all categories of buyers subject to the same variable tax at launch?
Basically, what the project is talking about, I think it was Ape BUSD, if I'm right.
Yes.
Yeah, so they had a function, I think, for lock transfer for private sale and pre-sale buyers. So that like screwed them up, and they had the time tax on their contract. We don't have that. So the G tax starts at launch and is equal for everybody. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yes.
So it's not like the private, gets the G tax starts for private or pre-sale from the point they buy, right? And then if you launch 2 weeks after, their G tax is already to 43%. The G tax starts at launch and is, the same for every investor.
Okay. Yeah. Good stuff. Right, that covers that then. Should we go back a step then and have a look at some of your utilities, because you've got a few that you're going to try and develop, aren't you? So do you want to touch on some of those?
Yeah, let's do it. Should I start with our lottery?
Um,
Yeah,
I
I'll
would go
start with,
like the main utility that we are having is first is the G tax, which is starting, on the launch. Then as second, we will have a swap system. Third, we're going to have a launch pad. And fourth, we're going to have a play to earn game.
I was looking at your light paper before about this, your launch pad and stuff, and I think you described it as an anti-Jeet launch pad. Is there anything specific that you're going to do to try and stand out against all of the other launch pads that are in development?
So
NDA,
we can
NDA.
say, yeah, we can say some things about the launch pad. It's going to meet all the industry standards, right? One feature I think we can share right now that the projects onboarding with us will have the option to use our contracts, which we have the development team who is going to help them on that, to have implemented the same G tags as we have. Okay, we might
Okay.
call it a little bit different, right? But just for a period of time from 1 day to 1 week, or maybe up to 1 month, depends on the project. And the G tags obviously will go to the holders, not to the marketing wallet or development team. And we also have other cool stuff that like Michael would say, NDA, NDA. So
I mean, also our launch pad, we want to make it a safe place too to invest, right? So we are actually in talks with partnerships to ensure that, and communities that do investigation, or companies investigate the people that we onboard or incubate per se as new tokens on our launchpad. So we want to come at it from different angles to basically not only just wreck the Jeets, save tokens, but save the space, man. I think there's a lot of other projects willing to come together as a whole, so we can make sure there's less rugs, less shady individuals, and just start ousting people, man, out there that are doing shady stuff. So definitely, it's definitely much more than just Jeets to diamonds. I can tell you that.
Nice. Yeah, I think increasingly people are trying to come together, aren't they, to try out all of these bad practices and stuff. So it's good to see it happening more and more nowadays.
Yeah, for sure. I'm starting to build a network of people like that, and I'm surprised how many people think the same way, and they want to do something good for not just themselves, for the space, and it's amazing. Like, I had so many chats, and we had some meetings, and just chit chats on the other projects, and a lot of people are into it, and we would like to promote it 100%, especially looking on the state of BSC last half year, or probably even a year, where it just changed so much.
Yeah, it's got pretty bad, hasn't it? So looking at these utilities then? Have you got like a time frame for when you'd like to launch them?
Yeah, so basically the lottery NFT games, it's gonna be, so we're gonna drop a volume one of that, and it's going to be, uh, while before the pre-sale. So we will have basically a lottery where you can mint NFTs completely random, right? And we will have 60 winners winning 1% of the pool, right? That we raise, and 5 winners that they're going to win 2% of the total money raised, and the other 30% will go to a buyback wallet from JTD, which will be used, on the dumps, right? If we have too many people cheating out, holders gonna be happy for the rewards, but we still want, to have a healthy looking chart.
Yep.
And gonna pump the funds back in, right?
Yeah, definitely. Just look back at the.
Oh, I think maybe X can share something about the NFT lottery, because we're so happy to have him on board, man. He's a great artist, great designer. He's doing so much for JTD. Basically, he creates everything on his own, right?
Guys, if you look at the main chat, I shared some graphic about our NFTs, our lottery NFTs. You can have a look at that.
Is X creating all of this branding for you?
Yep.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, it's really nice. I like it a lot. And X wants to remain anonymous. Is that right?
Yeah.
We never spoke about this with him, really.
X, X, you have the chance now to present yourself, man.
Yeah, drop your Fiverr link.
You can unmute yourself if you want, Mr. X.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. We want to keep them for ourselves, man. We don't want to share them with the world. Come on.
Yeah, that's it. Eggs is banned. He's banned from this chat. That's it. He's our.
So when it comes to launch and pre-launch and stuff, how's it working? Are you doxing, KYC? How's that all working?
I don't think we have. Well, we don't have a problem at all to dox to the third party. And anyway, I'm doxing the other project, so people know me. None of us have nothing to hide. But I think showing your face on the early stage of the project, yeah, there's a lot of weird people out there, and there's a lot of you can get a lot of bad stuff if something goes wrong, and it's not in our power to really to to change it, but we'll do our best. We will try our best to make this success. As you can see, working 3 months already, or even more, I think, preparing all that. So yeah.
Definitely KYC though, guys, because we already talked about this. KYC isn't an issue. We're all from countries that are bound by securities laws. So, we're not somewhere who has no crypto laws. Every country we are from has crypto laws, and that's going to be a huge thing to KYC over a docs. It's going to be easier to find us through a KYC than doxing our faces. Most definitely. So that's a factor that we wanted to factor in as well.
Exactly. Plus, doxing in the early stages of the project can also, had, a bit of bad impact, because you just need to think we're gonna also piss a lot of people off, right? Because I mean, with our tokenomics and how our tax is set up, right, we can easily, once we're listed on CMC and stuff, we can get top gainers, right? And then you have, guys aping in without even reading about the taxes. I mean, they do 6-7 slippage on buy and they say, oh, well, sweet, it went through, But when they want to sell, right, they figure out stuff. Oh, shit. First they're gonna say is this is a fucking honeypot. I mean, it is if you're about the Jeet, right? If you did your research, and know what you invested in, then you know that you're gonna be rewarded for holding, and that greatly, right? So doxing and like I said, in the early stage, it's not KYC. It's going to be done. Even if we are thinking about the launch on Presale, so we want that KYC badge. Obviously, it's going to bring a lot of trust also to investors, and we don't have a problem doing KYC. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fine. So let's have a look then at your private and pre-sale structure. Nothing's open at the moment, is it? You're due to open your private sale soon, is that correct? Do you want to take us through the structure?
Actually, I just dropped an announcement on our main chat half an hour before the AMA that the private sale is live.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can look into that, guys. There's few steps to follow. Well, all the info is on our main chat, so go check it out if you're interested.
Okay, so for the purpose of this AMA, can you just take us through the figures, like how much you're looking to raise, what the contributions are?
Yeah, sure. Maybe Rolly wants to take this.
Okay, so pre-sale, we want to raise 50,000.
Private sale, is that right?
No, sorry, private sale, 50,000. I'm doing this off the top of my head. I'm not looking at it. So 50,000 for private sale. It's going to be 500 USD per 1 million, a minimum buy of 250, I believe, and then a max buy of 1,000 USD. Allocated 10% of the total tokens to private sale. Pre-sale is going to be 30% of the tokens. We're going to raise about 165,000 BUSD. Minimum buy is going to be 275, max buy 1,100, 550 BUSD per 1 million token.
So what's that, like a 10% discount for private sale?
Yes, 10% discount, correct.
And then launch is going to be the same as pre-sale?
Absolutely.
And who are you using for pre-sale? Did you say that you're going with Presale?
Yes, I believe we're in discussions with using Presale or another launch pad. It's just I like Presale personally. It's just easier to do everything through one.
Presale gives us more eyes than any other launchpad at the moment. Yeah. They are on a hype train. Everyone's using them. So
I think Presale is definitely the biggest one out there at the minute, isn't it? I guess the only issue that people are coming up with at the moment is that whole 2% allocation that they get and then used to dump on the chart. But then I guess, like, actually, you're doing this Jeet tax as well, aren't you? So that will mitigate that.
Exactly. I love this Jeet tax. It wrecks bots, it wrecks Jeets, it wrecks Presale. I mean, come on.
Okay, so when are you looking to do the pre-sale and when are you looking to launch?
So once we fill the private, we will have follow-up marketing plan, like decided what our next steps are. We are in talks with multiple channels and multiple influencers at the moment. We just want to fill the private and then move from there, and then we will have like an exact timeline of how we are going to do things. Also, we want to see the marketing situation at that point, right? One big thing we forgot to mention is that JTD is going to be pairing with BUSD, not BNB. So it will not give us any price fluctuations on our chart, except people buying and selling, obviously. But we won't. We will be paired with BUSD.
I think a couple of projects more recently have always had the intention to pair with BUSD, and then it's flagged up loads of problems. I don't know what problems were, but then they had to revert back to BNB. So if you check that, you can definitely do that, and it's all okay.
Yeah, because our rewards are in BUSD, so it makes the most sense. But I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've seen a couple of projects having issues with that, but that's why we do all that, massive testing. And yeah, we won't launch our contract until we are not 100% sure it's what we want it to be.
Yeah, we have 2 Solidity devs, not 1, working on this, so it's gonna go by a lot easier than what these other projects actually experience.
Okay.
I honestly believe our Solidity devs are 2 of the best that are out there. I mean, I've seen their work; it's amazing.
Yep. Also, if you think, we are learning or others' mistake, like we follow other projects and we see their struggles, so we don't want to repeat their mistakes. We want to come up with, better solution.
Yeah, good to hear. Okay. I think it's probably a good time to open up some community questions then. If anybody wants to jump in and ask a question, I don't know, Omar, if there have been any questions in the chat.
I have some in the chat, but let's check if anyone want to open his mic first.
I got a question. Yep, just real quick. I was curious on the weighting of the BUSD reflections. I understand that it's 500,000 to be in that top diamond tier, but as a 500,000 holder compared to a 2 million holder, are you getting the exact same rewards, or is it weighted based on the amount of tokens you hold? Is my first question.
So basically, the more tokens you hold, the bigger share of the pie you get. Right? It works like reflections.
Right.
Just the BUSD.
Yep, I get that part of it. I was just making sure it was weighted. My other concern is that the team is holding 10% of the tokens, so that means you would get the largest share of that weighted pool, and then the rest of it is split generally. Is that correct?
No.
Yes, we would get the largest portion of the pool if our tokens weren't locked. So that's why we are locking them in the first place. Because otherwise we need people to buy in around a big money, right, to be eligible for the same rewards as the team is. So that's why we are vesting them.
Yeah, I understand that, but you're still collecting the BUSD rewards, even you're putting them into a pool instead of locking them into a contract, so you would still be entitled to the BUSD rewards, just like every other holder. Is that correct?
Okay. Can I add something to it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, Rolly. So just to straighten this up, so team has to be paid as well. In a real world, no one is working for nothing, right? We are delivering all this hard work for people, and you're saying the biggest piece of the pie. Okay, vested tokens, months and months of work, and in this way, we don't have to do any marketing wallet sales for ourselves or for anything else. It's just literally it's a transparency. I can show you, well, 90% of the BSC tokens are doing those sales for the team to get paid by hurting the investors, and we won't do that. We want to be transparent. We want you guys to see what everyone makes pretty much.
Okay, so I wanted to add to that, man, just to give you a little more clarification. everyone's rewards are going to be coming out of the G tax, right? So that's after the transaction, distributed across every single holder in pool, based off of how much you're holding. But we are only allocating a certain amount to go into our pool that we're going to be locking our tokens up in, right? Majority of the percentage from the Jeet tax is going back to the holders. And so I understand what you're saying, but it's not going to work the way way you're explaining it. It's different. The holders are the key importance to every token. So that is our goal, is to take care of you guys.
Now, listen, guys, let me be clear and everything. I appreciate what you guys are trying to do and everything, and I'm in no way trying to take away from what you're doing, right? My question was for the transparency, to get the feedback and response. And I understand, as a project creator myself, that you guys need to make money. 100% on board with that. All I was looking for was the answer that yes, the 10% we are collecting BUSD rewards. A percentage of that is going to take care of paying our expenses, and then we're using another percentage to go into whatever else, right? That's the only answer that I was looking for. Again, not to take away from you guys, just to bring it into transparency, right? My other question is, in the contract and everything, if you guys are pairing with the BUSD as your number one pairing for trading pair, so you're saying that there will not be a sell order to be able to get those BUSD reflections. So you're taking out before a swap or after a swap?
After a swap.
Yeah. Can you elaborate a little bit and everything? Because two ways that works, right? So the BUSD either has to, when it goes into a trade, right? If I go in and I buy the Jeet token, so what has to happen is there still has to be able to confirm that in a total layout of transactions, right? There's going to be several micro transactions. There has to be either a sell order of LP tokens to split so that you can claim the BUSD and then the token goes back into, let's call it liquidity or whatever, or it has to be taken on a sell order. Does that make sense? So I'm just trying to figure out which way it's being done.
Actually, we figured out a way to do it differently, and I'm not quite comfortable sharing that because it's something that our developers developed. So gotta say an NDA about that, man. Really,
okay.
Don't want to give it out.
It's nothing unique to crypto. There's both ways of doing it. There is a third option, everything. I wasn't going to elaborate on. I was just curious the way that you guys were performing it, because obviously the contract is going to be verified and we'll be able to see it anyway.
There you go. So we don't want to give it out right now. So someone can go and send it to their team, and boom, next week they're launched.
Sure. Yeah. So that's the only questions that I had. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, guys.
No problem.
You're welcome. Thank you for the question.
Our guarantee is that you won't see any contract sales on the chart whatsoever. So yeah.
Nice. Thanks for your question, David.
David is always bringing those questions, isn't he? I love him though. I remember back in the day.
Let me just tell you guys, honestly, I would rather the hard questions too in my project. And the reason I ask the hard questions, because it tells me how you guys are as a team handling it. Because when I invest my money and everything, I'm investing into a team and a vision. And the way that you handle the questions is more important to me than the actual answers.
Yep, that's great. I hope you're happy with our answers. And also, we appreciate this is our first team public AMA. So we are all a bit, maybe not stressed, but it's kind of test for us how we will deal with all your questions and general presentation. So really appreciated those.
Not a problem, guys. I won't take up too much more time and everything. Just to tell you guys and everything, the tough questions in any project actually make the team better as a project.
Absolutely, I agree.
Nice. Okay. Anybody else got any questions?
I think you have to go to your DMs and pick some of them, because most of them are I don't know. Most of them like almost the same, all about the NFT.
That's okay. We can answer the NFT questions as well. It's not a problem at all.
Yeah, I know. But because most of them are like similar questions.
Okay, let me read one out, and then I'll read the I'll have a read through the others to see if there's any duplication. So, first question: as your NFT is going to be needed to unlock some of the utility / functions, how many of these NFTs are going to give a lot more people chance to own them? Are they going to be plenty to give more people chances, or will they be rare?
So we never said something about NFTs, locking up utilities.
No,
I mean,
I didn't hear that
not
either.
no, that's not the way those NFTs going to work. But we will have different kind of NFTs. So we will have the NFT lottery, which is before launch. And then we will have also the legendary Jeets and Diamonds Club, which will be a crazy artwork collection of, not to disclose how many amounts of them there are going to be, but they will also obviously bring some utilities along the road.
So my question then is, with these NFTs, there is going to be utility attached to them. They're not just going to be pretty pictures. Is that right?
You're talking about the NFT lottery or the legendary Jeets and Diamonds Club?
The second one, yeah, the legendary club sounds good.
yeah, they're going definitely to be some utilities. Yeah, not to be disclosed yet. Like Michael, we need you. NDA.
Yeah, sorry guys, I lost my headphone for a second.
I thought we were friends here.
Yeah, we are, of course. DM me.
I will. NFTs. This is another question. NFT space is flooded with low quality NFTs, making it hard for collectors, users to find the art they really want. How will you be able to give users high quality NFTs? What will you consider high quality, and how will you determine what NFTs are worth?
Okay, so first of all, we are not NFT based project. This is not our goal to sell ton of NFTs, pretty pictures to people. So first of all, our lottery NFTs, they work as a ticket to participate in the lottery. Second of all, our goal is to create NFTs which we are already working on, and they will be implemented in our utilities. So not just the pretty pictures. That's the answer for that.
Okay. A lot of the questions are on pricing for these NFTs lotteries. So have you established that yet?
Kami, can we share that already?
So it's not definite yet, but we were thinking about $10 a ticket.
Okay.
Which is, pretty. Yeah, which is like, not
lottery.
Rolly, come again, sorry, man.
So, this question based off of the lottery or the legendary Jeets and Diamonds?
Well, I guess both.
Okay, like Kami said, it's we think about $10 a ticket for the lottery. The price floor for the legendary Jeets and Diamonds Club is to be determined. As far as quality, yeah, man, in this NFT space, there's a lot of people who they need an artist to draw it out, and then they need an illustrator to make it digital, and so on process instead. So we have somebody that can do it all. So we're not going to be subbing out all this different extra work just for one NFT project. So quality is going to come from having a singular person design and create them for us.
Yeah,
Okay.
guys, NFTs are not our main focus. We will make them, we will have them, but we have much bigger plans than that.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
obviously, but also, what I might add is that, we have, a pretty cool branding right now, and I mean, also the name, combined with Jeets and with Diamond Hands, which we have, both of them we have enough in the BSC space, and not just into the BSC space. That's um, it's it's a hyped team, right? So a lot of possibilities, for the artwork there. So yeah, stay tuned.
Nice. Okay, good stuff. I think I'll end on the legit crypto question, if that's all right then with you guys. Just looking through the notes just to see if there's anything else. No. So for us, the long-term success of a project can't be achieved without a clear vision from the team behind the project. So my final question to you guys is, at what point does this project become a success to you? Does
Can I
anyone
go?
take that?
Oh yeah,
I,
I'm gonna take that
I
one.
think Kami
So
has to take this one.
oh yeah, so basically it's like success, on different phases. That's how we thought of it. So the first success would be, to wreck the Jeets, right? Um, the second will be to have an amazing swap system, which is going to work together on our next success, the launchpad, right? And then, just having projects, incubating them, helping their investors, making BSC space, a safer space for projects and investors, right? So helping the both sides. I think that's our goal, and once we reach that, I think we can call it success.
Nice. Does anybody else want to add to that?
I think Kami covered it pretty nice. Something from me.
Yeah.
I have one massive goal. I really want, like, one happy family community. I hope we can achieve that as well.
Happy family, that'd be nice. I think you probably already know that you're going to create a bit of FUD initially from the people that don't do their research and look at the sell tax after they've
Yeah,
bought and stuff.
but if you
beyond
think
that,
about this, the people who done their research, they're gonna defend us. So
yes.
it's fine. They will just laugh and, oh, look at my BUSD rewards. Haha, Jeets.
Information is there. They have the option to read it or not read it, man, but we are
Yeah,
having it there constant.
we are
Yeah.
plastering our tokenomics everywhere we can. We always, say, do your own research, and that's a good lesson for people, because you need to do research before buying into any project. You need to check the website, you need to check the contract, you need to check if it's not a honeypot, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And
Yeah, people
also,
need.
I think we, at some point, our investors, might start flooding their bags just to get some BUSD rewards from the diamond hands, right? Just to shake them out, like test them, because, if nobody sells, I mean, there are no reflections, right? But just think of the way, if you're in from the beginning, right? And team will be constantly delivering, on marketing. We will bring a lot of eyes on this. Just the name, it's going to bring a lot of eyes to this project, right? And then, once you reach 20x maybe or 25, and nobody's selling, then you say, okay, I just settled for 12%, right? Or 30.5, right? And the people still holding, they will get a huge portion of your bag, right? I mean, I think at some point people are gonna start to FUD in the chat just to get some USD rewards, you know. which will be completely fine, you know, and completely fun to do, right?
Yeah.
Let the Jeet out.
What did you say? Let the Jeets out. Yeah, nice. Okay, so I think that about wraps it up for me. Is there any like closing statement, anything that I've missed that you'd like to add in?
Join us, guys. It's gonna be a fun trip for sure. We're gonna have some good laughs, and just wait for the next graphics, like what X is preparing. It's just check our avatars. Like, yo.
Yeah, I mean the graphics that I've seen so far are pretty decent, so I'm looking forward to seeing what else can be produced as well. So obviously for people that are listening and stuff, head over to the JTD Telegram group. You've mentioned that you've got details up there of your private sale that's just launched now. So if people want to go and check that out, ask any more questions, do that. And good luck, guys. Good luck with private sale and the rest of your progress. I'm sure it'll be a decent launch and create some excitement for sure.
And punish some cheats. Amazing. Thank you for having us, guys. Like, I love your group. Like, the Legit Crypto Launch is one of those, you know, there's not many organic, nice groups like that when you can actually, you know, come and chat about anything and find some good projects. And I love what you guys are creating here. Great work.
Nice one. Appreciate that. And thanks a lot for your time coming and sharing your project with us.
Yeah, thanks for
appreciate your time.
Nice one. Cheers, guys. I don't know if you want to stick around for the giveaway we're doing at the minute, but I'll for now I'll end the recording there.
Oh, I'd like to see who won, man.